How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary text? Well, because I made, for Summer's End, we made a trailer, we made a magazine cover, and we made a poster. And the main thing that we did with all of them is the character Summer. We used her as the main person in all of them. In the poster magazine cover, she was the main person in the background. It was just like a close-up shot of her face. And in the trailer, she was the main character in it. She was the one that we used from her perspective. Everything comes from her perspective, and you knew that because the voiceover was of Summer. She mentioned her name, and she's the one who disappeared at the beginning. You can tell it's all coming from her, which is why we used her as the main person in the poster and the magazine cover, because then the audience already know who the main character is, and they know who they're going to be following, and they know who it's about, so they can, or before they even watch the film, they can associate with that. And the other main character is Elle, who is Summer's best friend, and she's also in the poster and the magazine cover, but not as, like, she's not the main focus of it. She's in a photo booth with Summer. And what we did for that is, because in the trailer as well, you can tell that they're best friends, but also we tried to do it to the complete opposites, and we did that because even though they were best friends, Elle, she's quite an angelic character, and we wanted her, when we did casting, to have blonde hair, because blondes tend to be known to be quite angelic and quite like nice and like lovely, and people like quite shy, whereas Summer, she had like dark hair, and she come across as more mysterious, and she was like pale and like associating with death, because when like you do go pale when you're deaf, and she's like the actual horror character, so we needed to make her look like a bit gruesome and a bit scary, so it did freak the audience out. And in the poster and the cover, we also made sure that her eyes were the same as in the trailer, because we used them as our key branding thing, because we put red eye contacts in, and even though in the poster magazine you can't actually tell because of the way we edited it, we didn't want you to tell, you could still tell that her eyes were freaky. And in the film there's a close-up shot of her with her eyes, and you can tell that there is a bit of red in it, and the eye contacts made them freaky, and we think you need something in every film that is memorable and that the audience go away and remember something in the eyes. One of the things that we used to connect with the audience, so they would remember the eyes. Also, the location. When we did the location for the trailer, we did many different locations. One of the main ones was for the school, and we did shoot, when we did the photo shoot for the poster magazine, we did shoot it at the school. However, you can't really tell because the main picture is just of Summer's face, and we didn't want the whole mise-en-scene to be shown in that, because we wanted the audience of the poster and the magazine just to associate with the characters and know that, like, think about Summer and know that it's all about her and not about the location, and know all about that. And in the fact that it's located in a school in the trailer shows the age of the students, and the target audience for Summer's End is late teens, early 20s. So that will be the people who are either still at school, who have just finished school, so they have associated with being at school, especially with the bullying part, because some people might have been bullied, but some people might know the way that they'll be acting. This also leads us to the other characters, the bullies, and we didn't actually put them in the poster or the magazine cover because we didn't want them, like the audience, to see too much and to know too much and know they're going to be the ones who are going to be killed, or they're going to be the ones who are the bullies and they're the ones who've got Summer. We just wanted them to know, like, see glimpses of the film, not in the trailer. When in the trailer we wanted to show that she had been bullied, but we didn't want to show too much, so we showed like a few shots of them, like some of the killings, but they don't actually know that they did get killed. And originally we was going to show all of the killings, but in the end we only showed 3, and we chose for these characters, we gave them like a stereotypical like teenage high school character. So one of the girls, she was a gossip, she was the one who spreaded stuff, she couldn't keep things for herself, and she made up rumours and she was always talking. So in the trailer you actually see her on the phone and then get suffocated by cling film. This is Summer's way of telling them like telling her that that's what she doesn't like about her, and that's why she's killed her. She didn't like that she was a gossip. She didn't like the way that she got treated. She treated Summer, and she didn't like the way that she got away with it all the time, and she was going to pay for it. Another girl, you didn't actually see in the trailer, but we did actually shoot her putting makeup on and then blood dripping down her face, but she did see, and that's associated with her being vain, and the fact that she had blood dripping down her face means that she's going to find it hard now because she isn't as pretty as she was. And one of the other lads got strangled by earphones because he's always got his earphones in. He's quite musical, but he was one of the main lad bullies towards Summer and Elle. We used, obviously I said before about the eye contacts, we bought some red eye contacts for Summer as one of the main props, and even though you can't actually tell that they were red, because we wanted them just to look like, we wanted them to look powerful but not unrealistic. Like even though they were slightly unrealistic, they weren't completely, because you can imagine these are what people do look like if they were dead, and we wanted her to look ghostly, we wanted her to look freaky, because that's what we wanted her to come across as. The colour schemes as well, and in the poster and the magazine cover are the same. As you can see, we did the same actual picture for both of them, just edited it a bit differently, because we wanted the audience to know that's Summer and that's about her, and it's like, we didn't want to give away too much information. We wanted them to be able to read the magazine and to find out more about it, and like the poster, to look on the internet, look on the trailer, and it's all about promoting it all but not giving away too much information. And the text as well, we also did Summer's End in the same font as the trailer and the poster and magazine cover, all about branding, keeping everything the same, so every time they do see this font, they see those words, they know that it's for Summer's End. And then it means that they don't forget it as much, because it's like a logo, like as soon as you see that logo you won't forget it. And also the at the end of the trailer we did the same fonts when we wrote like the websites and the the people involved, like the makeup artist, the director, the producers. We did them all in the same fonts, so the same fonts have been used all the way through it, and we chose a font that was quite it was different, like it was a bit edgy, like you could tell it was for a horror film. Like we didn't want something simple, well it was slightly simple, but we didn't want it too simple, but we wanted you to be able to read it, because originally we chose a font and it did look good, but it was hard for you to be able, it would be hard for the viewers to be able to read it.